Hey guys, it's Hoagie. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be kind of a fusion of two different topics that I cover on my channel. It's going to be both a trans topic and a mental health topic. And I feel like I'm not the only person who deals with this. It's when you have mental health issues, when you're mentally ill, and depending on how well you're doing, it can affect your gender identity or how you feel about yourself or your gender presentation. And I think it's got to be something common, it can't just be me. But I thought I would talk to you guys about my experience, and I'd love to hear if you guys have the same kind of experience. Turn my lights back on. Thought you would enjoy that. Sorry about that. Anyway, I am bipolar and have been presenting with symptoms since like middle school. I'm pretty sure it was childhood onset, but I didn't get diagnosed until high school. It was a rough time, and even after being diagnosed, I still obviously dealt with emotional and mood fluctuations, and it really affects, how I perceive myself. And for the longest time, I had a disconnect between how I was presenting and my gender identity, where I thought that, like, if I'm presenting femme, then I must be a demigirl or some sort of feminine adjacent non-binary identity. And I mean, I really didn't know that much about, gender stereotypes, and that it's okay for you to dress however the hell you want and be whatever gender that you are, that they're not linked together. But because I was dealing with a lot of mental health issues, I was kind of disconnected from my gender identity and from myself in general. Like, especially when I'm manic, I find that I am very invested in my appearance. I want to dress as best as I can. I want to put on makeup. I want to put on jewelry. I want to put on, shiny things and dresses and like just look absolutely amazing. And I have the energy for that. I do. I actually have the energy for that when I'm manic. And where can I get that now without being manic? I would love some more energy. But when I am manic and I take the time to be invested in my appearance, I look a lot more femme because that's how I like to look. I am a very flamboyant person at heart. I would dress femininely a lot more often if I had the opportunity, if I felt, that I had the energy to do that. So when I'm manic and I spend more time on my appearance, I end up looking a lot more femme. And because of that, for a while, like my first non-binary gender identity that I claimed, besides just being non-binary, was demigirl, because I was very femme at the time. I was hypomanic when I first realized that I was non-binary. And so I was like, awesome, I'm going to dress so girly, and I'm gonna feel, great. And I did feel great. And I was thinking, well, I have to be some sort of feminine adjacent gender identity because I dress so femininely, even though I didn't feel girly at all. And I didn't feel like any sort of femme adjacent non-binary identity. I didn't really feel much of anything. So I thought, I guess I'll claim demigirl because it's as close to my presentation as possible. And I knew that, like, you could be non-binary and not present androgynously. Like, I knew that. It's just that I didn't, like, connect that with you can dress however you want and be whatever gender identity you are. Like, I didn't connect that. So I was I was assuming that I was a demigirl, and I had that label for a while. And when I'm manic, and for the last couple times I was manic, I would shift more towards the girly side, and I would think, oh, I must be gender fluid because I'm now fluctuating from like an agender perspective to a demigirl perspective. So maybe I'm gender fluid, and that's still a possibility, but I feel like it would be affected by my mental illness. So I know, like, neurogender is a thing, and I've thought about, identifying as that, but I don't think that it's like, it's not for me. When I'm in a depression, which is where I am right now, I really just don't give a shit. I just don't care. I'm like, I'm gonna wear what's comfy. Like right now, I'm wearing pajama pants and an old shirt. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. Like, if we had to go pick up groceries today, I would still be wearing this because we do grocery pickup curbside. Like, I don't need to see anybody. I don't care how I look. I'm a blob. I feel like a blob. I look like a blob. So it's not something that I think about, perfecting my presentation and my appearance and looking the way that I feel inside. Because inside I do feel very, flamboyant and like in a feminine appearance. I'm not a girl, obviously, but like, and I don't feel like a girl at all. I just feel feminine a lot, and I don't have the energy to work on my appearance so that that happens. And it doesn't really bother me now. It's because I'm like in a depression. I can't be bothered to do any of that. And I'm okay with that. It's for a while when I was in a long-term depression, I identified as agender because I just didn't feel anything. Like I don't feel myself, I don't feel my gender, I don't have anything. There's nothing about me that is definite. I'm just a blob. And so I identified as agender for a while, and I thought maybe I'm fluctuating between agender and transmasc. I claimed that label for a while, and I was very detached. It was like a dissociation from yourself. And I dealt with that for many years, of just feeling like I don't feel anything. I wonder what my gender is, and my body replies, like it doesn't have a definitive answer. It's just like, I'm just here. I just live here. So when I do that, when I feel like that, I dress accordingly. I sometimes think, oh, it'd be nice to wear like a button up with like a bow tie. Like I love me some bow ties. I think I'd look cute with a bow tie. And I would be like, that'd be something that I would look good in and I would feel good in, but it's just the energy. I have button-ups. I have bow ties. But just that little extra work of buttoning up a shirt and putting on a bow tie, like, that's too much for me right now. Besides the fact that I don't go anywhere. Like, I don't go anywhere. So why would I dress up? But at this point in my mental health cycle, I just don't care. And that doesn't make me any less of a man. It just means that my presentation is kind of on hold right now, and I'm more focused on what I'm comfortable with and what helps me cope with the situation that I'm in right now. So that's where I'm at right now. Now, when I'm euthymic, the ever sought after stable euthymia, which I have a hard time recognizing. I really do. Sometimes I think I'm euthymic, but I'm actually hypomanic. And it's like, is this how I'm supposed to feel? I feel like I can get things done. I feel like a person. Like I haven't felt like a person in such a long time. And I realized later I was a little manic, just a little bit. But when I'm feeling pretty much in the middle, like people are supposed to feel, like an average neurotypical person feels, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm in the middle between the mania and the depression. I'm not full on like, I'm gonna put on a full face of makeup. I'm gonna wear one of my cute dresses. I'm gonna have all my jewelry and like my earrings and my necklaces and my bracelets and my rings, and I'm gonna look like so amazing. I'm more like, you know what? I could put on some eyeliner. Maybe some liquid lipstick, a little bit less of that now since I wear a mask and there's no freaking point of wearing liquid lipstick, even though I love liquid lipstick. Ugh, when will this be over? But I'll put on a little makeup, a little jewelry. I might wear jeans instead of pajama pants, you know, just to look more like I actually put thought into my appearance. But that's where I kind of want to be. I would love to feel the energy of being manic and like feeling like I could put on this persona of looking like super femme and like super amazing. And I wish I had the energy to do that all the time, but I don't. And maybe I'll get there. Maybe I'll get there one day where I can have that energy and not be manic at the same time. But when I'm euthymic, it's comfortable. I feel comfortable. I don't feel like I want to be over the top. I just feel like I want to put like an average amount of effort into my appearance. I don't just want to grab my keys and grab my phone and leave the house, you know? I want to actually put on shoes instead of flip-flops, even if it's in the winter, because I do that. But I want to be, I want to be euthymic. I really want to be euthymic. I mean, don't we all? Don't we all? But when I get there, which I will get there again, it's hard to tell at the time, but I know that this depression is not going to last forever. I will be back in that euthymic spot eventually, and I'll feel like, you know, I can look like myself. I can look the way that I feel. And when I'm euthymic, I feel the most confident in my gender. Like when I feel like this is me. I'm a man. I'm a man who likes wearing makeup, who likes wearing dresses, who likes, you know, gussying themselves up. And I know who I am when I'm euthymic. When I'm depressed or when I'm manic, I just kind of go by how I feel that I'm gonna dress. It's a lot of detachment. Even when I'm manic, I do not feel super connected to myself. I'm still very detached. And I just go, well, you know, I'm dressing femininely, so I must be some sort of feminine gender. Even though demigirls can be butch. Like, no one says that they can't, but it took me a while to unlearn the whole presentation does not equal gender identity. But I got over it. I learned from it. And now it's still a little scary to consider that one day, someday, soon, hopefully, I will have top surgery and I will be on testosterone and I will pass if I wear stereotypically masculine clothes, and I may actually pass when I'm wearing feminine clothes, and that's what worries me, because if I pass when wearing feminine clothes, I might get hate crimed, and I hope that doesn't happen. But I still look forward to it. I'm like, yes, I want to be parsed as a man with makeup and a man in a dress, and I can't wait for that to happen. But we live in a society that isn't really cool with that. And that saddens me. That's about it for this video. It's a little bit shorter than usual. I'd love to hear what you guys feel about if you guys are mentally ill, how that affects your gender, if it does at all, if you connect your gender identity with your presentation, like a lot. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just, I know that you don't have to. I just would love to hear you guys' experiences. That's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you liked it, consider liking and subscribing. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And that reminds me that next Wednesday's video will be on Thursday, because that's when I'm having my endocrinologist appointment, and I want to share that with you guys as soon as I possibly can. So next Wednesday's video will come out Thursday, maybe night. So keep a lookout for that. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Mwah.